how much does your airline ticket really cost? Here's the thing. Once you add up all the costs, you may pay more than you expected, sometimes a lot more.
Yeah, so we're bringing in Jennifer Donches from VIP Vacations, and you have found the website, and you're saying we all have to check this one out.
I really like this website because I'll have a client who will come to me and say, I found an airfare on Spirit that's $299 and you gave me a price for, $350. With Delta or with Continental. Right. And the thing is, certain airlines charge you for seat assignments, they charge you for bags, they charge you if you want something to eat, they charge you if you want a headphone. You don't know which one it is, and after hours you go from one site to another site to actually figure out the fees, because you and I know they've changed over the years.
So what's the name of the site? It's True?
It's trueprice.net, and True is spelled T-R-U. price.net, and then you have to click on the beta testing site, and what you do is you go through each airline, and we can see it on here.
There it is.
You can select all the airlines you're looking at, and you hit continue. So let's say we picked Southwest and Continental, and then what they will say is put in the fare. So you're looking for the fare, which would be the total price, let's say $299.
So you can put in the fare that you want?
No, you put in the fare that you found already.
Found.
So let's say Delta is $305 and Spirit is $289.
Okay.
Then you can click on if you have a bag. Is the bag oversized? Is it a checked bag? Is it the second checked bag? You can also click on if you want a meal. If you are flying, 2 hours or longer, that could be important to you that you want a meal on the plane. If you're going to wind up to have a seat assignment, you're traveling with little kids and you want a seat assignment, and then you hit True Price and look at which airline is the cheapest. It's not necessarily going to always be. Now, I don't even think that showed the actual, look at the fees on there.
I didn't realize that Delta, I told you this last time I traveled a couple weeks ago, for my bag, they charged me $90. It was a little overweight. $90?
Yeah. I mean, and
it was 5 pounds overweight.
And if you look, the ones where it has, if you look at Continental gives you a meal, it gives you a seat assignment. So for $5 more than Spirit, you're getting an assigned seat and you're getting a meal. To me, that's a better deal than the saving $5 and going on to Spirit. So this is a really good website. You do your search on Kayak or Bing, and you come to this point where you say, okay, I'm going to fly overseas. I'm going to bring golf clubs, something like that. You can even put in sports equipment, and it'll tell you what the true price is, and I love it.
All right. You also have some cool vacation spots for us. Number one, we're going to talk Finger Lakes.
Yeah, that's only about 5 hours away from here. You can do it just by driving up. Some really nice sailing, the mountains. They also have the Corning Glass Factory. You can take your kids. Kids are free when you go through the Corning Factory. And I'm sure Jen Frederick would appreciate this. They also have wine tours.
So it's interesting. We were talking about yesterday in our meeting. When Jennifer Donches comes in, we have to come up with 5 places we can go that are cool because it's so hot. Alaska's on the list. I thought that would be so expensive and impossible to do, but you say no.
No, I'm actually taking my kids to Alaska this summer on a cruise. It is the great outdoors. It's about 65 to 70 degrees. You can find so many cruises over the summer. If you're not going to spend a lot of money on getting like a really extravagant cabin, some of them start at $6.99 for an inside cabin per person. And in the summer, the glaciers are moving, so it is actually very cool. All
right, Vail, Colorado. Great hiking.
Right. The Colorado Tourism Board actually has some really great inclusive packages, which mean meals, and not just hiking. There's shopping. There's a lot of stuff to do. But those 3 locations all requires like physical activity. You have to love the great outdoors. The next one that I looked over is a little bit more cosmopolitan.
My speed? Okay, I just want to put my feet up somewhere and see beautiful water. I'm not trying to hike up a mountain.
Well, you know what? San Francisco is wonderful in the summer. It's cooler. You can, see a lot of the really interesting historical things over there. Alcatraz. You could do, again, Jen Frederick, Napa Valley. You could go up through there. And they also have some really great areas for shopping. The wharf there in Ghirardelli Square. Lots of nice shopping. And if you don't want to go that far out west, and you want to feel like,
traveling?
Yes, and international, and you do need your passport. Quebec. Up north, you really feel like you're in France. Really. And even some of the hotels look very French. And if you're driving, it's not too bad to drive. You can actually kind of make it a multi-city tour and go to Montreal, too. The shopping is good, and the dollar is actually stronger up there.
Plus, if you drive it, you kind of go Vermont, New Hampshire.
Oh, yeah,
very
it's a beautiful
country.
drive in the summer.
That's why we have you here, because it's places I've not thought of at all. Quebec?
Yeah, and
Definitely.
you know, the shopping there, you get a lot more for your dollar.
We'll take it. Something else great for Jen Frederick.
Exactly.
From one
we
gin
got
to
her
another.
trip planned.
Jen, I don't know if you heard her. She thinks you love wine.
Yeah. I know. It's champagne, Donchez. It's champagne, but I'll take the wine if it's in a glass.